Bitcoin has just done something it's only done 2 other times. The last time, 4 years ago, when we first entered the bull run of 2019. Fireworks are going to be coming, but we've got to discuss what this means for Bitcoin and are there any problems ahead. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Steve, and on this channel, we do things differently. We stand out from the crowd. When they go left, we go right. And we base it all on the facts and the charts. Hit that subscribe button. You're gonna love it here, especially if you like facts. If you like facts, hit that subscribe button right now. Speaking about facts, the market is going crazy. People are very, very excited. There's a lot of questions to be answered. So I'm going to be in the lab on this Friday doing a special exclusive bonus video for free to everyone on our email list. Go to our email list right now. Do yourself a favor, cryptocrewuniversity.com. Again, cryptocrewuniversity.com. Click on the info right here and you'll be on our email list. You're also going to get a weekly market report absolutely free. There's no hidden charges or any of that BS. Cold, hard facts for free. Now, we did this free video last week and our website crashed. There was so much demand. Thank you for everybody's support. Hopefully our website doesn't crash this time, but jump on that email list. Do yourself a favor. This is a major win for you, cryptocrewuniversity.com. So here we are, our pi cycle bottom, right? This indicator has a red line and a green line. When the red line crosses through the green line, it generally marks the market bottom. It did so in 2018. In 2015, when the red line crosses through the green line, it marks the bottom. And 2020, when the green line crosses through the red line, it marked the bottom. They marked it at roughly 19K. We marked it at 17.5 following this chart. Total market cap right here on the monthly. This is 2018 when we rallied up to 20K. So this is Bitcoin and all altcoins. You can see that that top was the precise bottom here in June of 2022. And we had our textbook double bottom in November. Now that is still up for debate whether the bottom is in. Still up for debate, not official yet, but we called the bottom. We may have been the first one to call it. We called it literally 9 months ago when people really thought we were clinically insane to make such a call, because at the time we had war, we had turmoil, we had the financial crisis, we had interest rates, we had Fed hikes, we had all sorts of turmoil that it seemed like it was going to get devastatingly worse. And we called the bottom at that precise moment because that's what the facts and the charts said. And again, there are no certainties in life. We don't know if that's true yet, but it's withstood the test of time the last 9 months. And here we are. Look at what just happened. We just had this cross. So we know that the cross down, when this green line crosses through the red, it marks the market bottom. When this red line crosses back through the green, that's when it usually spells that the bull run has just started. We can do the case in point back here in 2015. You could see that this green crossed through the red here, but when the red crossed back through the green was right here. And once we started holding support on this red line, it was off to the absolute races. You can see how we treated this red line the entire way. Not only did this red line say to Bitcoin, okay, now the bull run has started, but it held us as support through this entire bull run. Each time that we had a major downfall in price, we went right back to this red line. Our red line became our best friend through the entire market. Once we break through this red line, which we did here, this was major foreshadowing that turmoil was coming. Keep in mind, that was our best friend. And again, right on cue, this green line crossed through the red at the market bottom, and then we did the whole thing again. We broke through, the red line crossed back through, and we held beautiful support. Once we broke through that red line, that was our foreshadowing that turmoil was coming. And boy, did it ever. We actually fell all the way back to the green line, right? But again, we battled back. We started holding this red line as support. And then it was again, just like best friends, when you haven't seen each other in a while, it was supporting this red line, just as best friends do, support. And again, support through this whole bear market. And here we are again, textbook. Once we get below this red line, again, it's foreshadowing. There is turmoil coming. And boy, did it ever. And right on cue, we had this green line come right back through, right near the market bottom. And here we are again with this red line crossing back through the green. So what are we looking for? We're looking for our red line to come be our best friend. We're looking for our red line to be our support. Our red line is currently at 21.7K. Expect that to be our support until proven otherwise. Every single market cycle so far, the red line has come in and it was our best friend. Now keep in mind, each time that red line came in and each time that red line crossed the green, that was the start of the bull. Make no mistake about it. And the bull continued until we broke our best friend, right? Until we betrayed our best friend. That was the sign of turmoil to come. So this red line is going to be our best friend for the next couple of years. And once we break it, we're going to have to stick to our guns, right? We're going to make a video at some point in the future when we break the red line, and I'm going to have to sit here and say that turmoil is coming. You're not going to want to hear it. You're not going to want to believe it, but you're going to respect it because it's based on the facts and the charts, and everything I just showed you clearly illustrates months and months and months in advance before turmoil comes. So we'll be very disciplined in this, but what does this mean for Bitcoin? And can this cross back down? So let's answer the latter first. Could this cross back down? Absolutely. If Bitcoin crashed in price right now and into the next coming days to coming weeks, and we fell down here in price, these moving averages would reflect that, right? It would look like we didn't really have a cross. It could look similar to what we saw back here in 2015, where we got really, really close and it just wasn't quite there yet, and we actually crossed a little bit later. It could be one of those scenarios, so it's not a golden opportunity yet, right? It's right in front of our face. We did have a cross, but this is really, really early days. We're on the weekly chart, and you can see that what happened, which we showed you in the previous video, we had these candles top out at some resistance, and we got some rejection from that resistance, and we had this week 1, week 2, week 3 was the candle that dropped all the way down to 19.5. But this is a dragonfly doji. We said it in last week's video. This is a trend reversal candle. The trend meaning from here to here, from about 25.3K all the way to 19.5 was a pretty drastic drop down in price of about 23%. But this candle says, hey, you can find me at the bottom of downtrends, and I signal a trend reversal to the upside. This is a dragonfly doji. It has that power, and that's why you see the explosion in price. And Bitcoin is faced with some tests. We've discussed that in previous videos, but this one in particular for this video, can we hold this red line as support? If we continue to do, the bull run will continue until we don't. As soon as we break through this line and hold that as resistance, it tells us time and time again, say goodbye to the bull run, it is over. So right now is the very, very start of the bull run. According to this chart, the bull run has just started, hot off the press, right? There are some conflicting charts. Some charts say we are very, very close to the bull run, but not quite yet. And there are a handful of charts that are screaming, hey, the bull run has already started, wake the hell up. And this is one of them. Bull run has already started according to this chart, and we need to continue to hold this red line as support. Keep in mind, this is a moving average, so it will rise and continue to rise in this kind of trajectory as we continue, right? For example, maybe in May, it's around 24K, depending on where price is, but expect that to be our support. So what do we make of all this, and what's our gut saying? So we're Mr. Consistency, and we don't change our tune until facts and the charts change. We said time and time again, 48K was the mega crash. We said time and time again when Bitcoin was at 15, 16K that it's more risky to be out of Bitcoin than in Bitcoin. And right now we're on either the first legs of the bull run, or the bull run is just about to start. But we've said repeatedly for months and months and months, we expect the bull run to start in 2023. This was not a popular thing to say. It was a really silly thing to say when we said it, but we base it all on the facts and the charts. That's why you hit the subscribe button. You love the facts and the charts. We spit cold hard facts You hit the subscribe button, and now we've started this relationship together. And hopefully I can help you make more sound decisions as a disciplined trader and really turn things around for you and your family and your future. But where do we stand now? Worst case scenario, Bitcoin could still come back and retest its base. That's the worst case scenario, and it's still the worst case scenario. We don't believe that the market structure that we built over the last 9 months will be broken. We believe that the bottoms are in. This was our top. This was our double top. This was our bottom. This was our double bottom. This had really strong bearish divergence. This had really strong bullish divergence. It's pound for pound, move for move. We're right on schedule. Bitcoin is right on schedule. It's right where it's supposed to be. And with our previous video, we showed you on the Gaussian channel, we've got to hold that as support. We have to continue to hold this red line as support here for this momentum to continue forward. Now, I want to give you a big tip. I want to give you a big tip of how to really excel in your life and in your trading. It works for everything. You want to do the opposite of the high majority. We can hold that true, especially in trading. The high majority, when we were back over here, when we entered the Gaussian channel, right? The high majority was, hey, Bitcoin is about to reach 100K, 250K, 500K. You always want to do the opposite of everyone. It's really hard to do because of emotion. If it were easy to do, everyone you know would be millionaires. But everyone you know is not millionaires. That's because it's very difficult to do the opposite of the majority. It sounds so simple. Oh my God, when everyone is saying one thing, just do the opposite. It's so hard to do because of human psychology, human nature. It's just ingrained in our DNA to follow people. That's why cities are so populated. We see a lot of people in the city. We're like, hey, this looks cool. You know, do you remember being young and going to like a club or a bar where it's so crowded and the other bars were empty? Did you want to go to the empty bar or the one with all the people? You wanted to follow the majority. It's human nature. So when you get into trading, you're like, oh my God, why am I making these bad decisions? Why am I losing? You're following the majority, just like going to that bar that was crowded with people, just like moving to the city that was crowded with people. We like to do the same things as the majority of people. It's human nature. So how do you overcome that? As I said repeatedly, you have to have cold, hard rules that you follow in trading, no matter what. And if you don't have rules, go get them, write them down, follow them. If you need them, I walk you step by step from how to be a beginner trader to an expert trader in my courses. You can go to cryptocurrencyuniversity.com, you can scoop them up. But no matter what you do, you got to have some strategies. You have to. It's not working for you at the moment. You know that, and you need strategies. But to do the opposite of the herd, it simply requires a discipline and following the strategies with your discipline, period. That's as simple as it gets. It's very hard to do. It's very difficult to do. But you could do it. I know you could do it. You have to believe you could do it first. Otherwise, you'll never do it. You really got to believe it. Even if you have 25 people today tell you can't do it, you still have to believe you can do it. Otherwise, you won't do it. I'll leave you on that note. Been pumping out the videos. Hit a thumbs up for me. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Do you want to know when to buy and when to sell? Click this video right now.